All right, everybody, so before we start this episode, I have a huge announcement for you guys. We will be having a grand opening event here at the shops at Legacy North, hosted by us on November 11th. So here's what to expect. You're gonna see the entire street shut down, and that's because we're gonna have all kinds of different supercars that you can come and see. It's gonna fill the entire street. We would love to have you guys come and join us for this special event. Mark your calendars for November 11th. Enjoy the episode.
That would be a sick piece because it's also one of the latest watches. Like it just came out, so you would have one of the latest and greatest, and it would be right in that budget of $20,000 that you said.
Well, if you get it here by tomorrow, I think you could have a winner.
Man, get your Nixon out of the damn Rolex.
You don't put it on your best.
Get out of here, okay.
This is exactly the same sizes or a little bigger.
It's gonna be about the. I mean, it's slightly different, but it'll be very, very similar. And you can try. I mean, you can try this on. That'll be a perfect match. The only difference is the other one's going to be a stainless steel case and outer links. Yeah, so if you end up getting the two-tone one that we're ordering, the weight will be literally right in between there because the weight of the gold is going to help.
All right, let's do it, man.
Yeah, cool. So guys, what was your name again? I didn't even ask your name. William. Josh, nice to meet you. But William came in, Christian started helping him, so my bad for not asking his name, but he's going to buy the two-tone version of the new GMT. Very cool piece. Fun fact is what we've noticed is that the new bezel, a lot of people don't know this, but it's actually black and gray. And because of the yellow gold sometimes, and the pictures that Rolex released, you think it's like this optical illusion, and people didn't really realize until it came in, you're like, holy crap, that's gray on the bottom. The two-tone version of this watch really makes that gray pop out even more, which is what I like about the two-tone versus the solid gold. Now, I think anybody would love to have the solid gold if they had all the money in the world, right? But I think the two-tone, if you're looking for something that's got more of that gray, the monochromatic, it's such a really elegant looking watch. So I'm excited for you. It'll be a good one.
You're saying you came from nothing?
Came from nothing, man. We actually still do. We do construction.
Okay.
And me and my brother and my dad, I started the business with my dad when I was 16 doing construction. And you know how it goes, man, just wanting to get new things. And like my dream was to have a Rolex, and that's where the dream started. And then I remember there was one year where I saved my money and I went to go buy the watch that I had been like eyeing for a long time, and they raised the price by $2,000 because the market went up, and I was like, you've got to be kidding me. And I had the money, but when you don't come from money, $2,000 is a lot of money. So I was like, I can't do it. So me and my brother left, and we're like, what am I gonna do? I was so pissed off that day. I was like, I saved all year, like what the heck? And then Andrew goes, dude, let's just look. So we just started looking everywhere. We looked at like Facebook Marketplace and a few different places. And we found this one from a retired Vietnam war vet. And he had an Explorer 2, and he brought it to me, and I was all skeptical. We went to the bank, he showed it to me. But then once you got to meet the guy, you know he was like a genuine guy. So I bought the watch. I was a little scared, $4,500. I bought it as the most money I'd ever spent. I took it straight to the jeweler, and I was like, is this real? And he goes, yeah, you're good. I was like, thank God. But I felt good about the whole thing. Like, honestly, the guy was super honest. You could tell he was a war vet. Like, you know, the conversation we had, you could just tell that the guy was genuine. It was dumb of me to still trust him, but sometimes you just know, I don't know. I just had a good vibe about the guy. I paid him for the watch. We left. The watch was authentic. I had already done a bunch of research, though, on how to tell if a watch is fake. Yeah. You know, that's the first watch I had. Traded it for an Explorer 1 and made $500. Sold that one, made another $500, and then bought another one, made $500 off of that one. Then I bought one watch, and on that one I made $3,500, and I was like, all right. I'm doing this. When COVID hit, we had already been wholesaling watches on the side for a while, but when COVID hit, me and my brother put out a bunch of bids on jobs, 36 bids. We only got 2 jobs. My brother goes, hey, what if we just stick to watches? And I go, let's do it. So we put all our money into the watches, and here we are. Wow. Yeah, but that's how it started. Thank you.
Honored to hear your story.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Mucho gusto.
Thank you, sir. Mucho gusto.
Yeah, gracias.
Okay, so that was William. He actually just walked into our store. Him and his buddy, I guess they're business partners. They've been looking at some watches on our website and decided to just drop on by. So they walked in and they looked at a few options we had. And after talking a little bit with them, he had his mind set on the new GMT, the two-tone, which is a beautiful watch. It was enough contrast for him. And he's a really big yellow gold person. So he wanted the two-tone and got it within his budget that he was looking to spend. So that's coming in tomorrow and he'll be back to pick that up. I know he's gonna be really excited with that watch and I'm happy for him.
They're like I guess the top shelf of Rolex, if that makes sense. And then you have stuff like AP where they have ultra complications or ultra like luxury, like factory diamond set, you know, diamonds and things like that with white gold and then yellow gold. And just honestly, a lot of it can just be like really hard to get. And that's the only reason like it's priced so high in a way, but
how much time does it take for these to arrive?
For us, we basically operate as a secondary market. And so basically what that means is like, let's say you walk into Rolex right now and you're wanting any one of these. The chances are is that they're not actually gonna give it to you. They're gonna ask you to spend a certain amount of money and then finally they might consider you to purchase something that actually goes over market value. Because essentially something like this could go like about 100% over its actual retail price. And so they're trying to get you to buy things that go under retail or, you know, build your spend history in order to finally give you stuff like that.
Thank you for giving us a little tour.
Of course, absolutely. If y'all ever need anything, just feel free to hit me up, give me a call, shoot me a text, whatever y'all need, and hopefully we can work something out for y'all. So you may have heard of the golden rule, treat others as you want to be treated, right? Here at WOLVYN, that's truly what we believe. And so whether you're starting off your watch collection and you don't really know that much about watches, or you're an avid collector and know everything about watches, but you're just trying to find what the best next investment is, we want to treat everybody exactly the same and allow that luxury experience to really be fulfilled with each and every one of our clients. And so in this example, it kind of reminds me of a situation where Josh back in the day, whenever he was looking into buying his first luxury watch, there was a lot of people that didn't really give him the time of day as soon as he walked into a store. And after 30 minutes of just sort of twiddling his thumbs, there was actually somebody that was able to educate him and be able to make sure that he was making the right decision and buying his first watch. In our store and in our industry, we want to value all of our customers no matter where they're at in their watch journey.
And I can make the trade work with the difference that you were looking to be at, and it's ready to go if you wanted to swing by anytime.
How does it look?
It looks almost perfect. I mean, it's got maybe a couple little hairlines, but I was going to take it to the watchmaker, and it'll look brand new as soon as when you come in for it.
Okay. I'll probably need to do it tomorrow. I can't get there today.
Okay.
But, I'll come in and see you tomorrow, and I'll call you before I come.
Sounds good. All right, Britt. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Right here in front of me, I have 3 of the same watch, yet they're all different, and that is the Rolex Bluesy. I have the aluminum bezel, and I have 2 of the ceramic, one being 40 millimeter, the other one being the newest version in the 41 millimeter. And I just want to show you guys some of the differences that Rolex has done to this watch throughout the years. Other than the fact that you get an aluminum bezel, the main thing I'm wanting to point out is the color of the blue used on the Bluesy. If you look up closely, you can see that the blue on this watch is very deep and very prominent. It's almost like a purple. As a matter of fact, if you're a fan of purple and would like a purple watch, I would even consider getting one that's already patinaed, or honestly, even this version right here that hasn't quite yet patinaed fully, might still be purple enough for some people. So that's something to consider, something I think is really cool. And then moving on to the next one, I have the 40 millimeter ceramic bezel, the 116613 LB. The main difference from the blue on this version versus the previous one is the color blue. The color blue that you get on the dial and the bezel from this one is definitely more of a flat, almost matte blue, similar to what you get in a Rolex Smurf. For any of you who have or have seen a Smurf, it's gonna be that same color blue. Now the purple one, you might tilt it a little bit, and if you tilt it enough, you might think it's black, but this one is definitely blue at any angle you look at it, but you're not gonna get that sunburst effect. Some people may like it, some people may not like it. This is the one that definitely stands out to me the most, because whenever I see it on people's wrist, even from far away, you can tell that it's a bluesy. And so I think that's really cool about it. But then moving on to the next one, you kind of get the best of both worlds. Rolex kept the same blue colors of the ceramic bezel, but they gave you a sunburst dial with that blue. And so this one, it's gonna be a little bit different. It's gonna be a little bit lighter blue at some angles, a little bit darker blue at others. And honestly, I think they knocked it out of the park with this one. They also, if you notice on the dial, they changed the text from the gold lettering to white lettering. I think that was a really good option. It really makes the blue stand out more. It's a better contrast on the dial, more readable, and it honestly even goes with a lot of the trends that go today. A lot of people like the simplistic or the cleaner looks. This is definitely gonna fit that bill. Yeah, no matter which blue you guys like, we have them all available here. If you're interested in one of these watches, feel free to go onto our website or give us a call. The number will be on the screen. And if you're local, come on by, guys. We have all of these in store. There's nothing better than looking at the watch you want and being able to decide through options in person. So if you're local, come on by. Even if you're not local, plan a trip out here. We love seeing you guys fly out and hosting you guys here.
And then any update on the Johan?
Yes, I have it,
You haven't?
but I'm waiting on the box and the papers tomorrow.
Well, can we see?
Yeah. Which one do you want to see first?
See the Patek first.
See the Patek first?
Try this bad boy.
Yeah. I hope so. They did size it for him, so it's missing a couple links, but he didn't want to mess with it too much. It is the 75711, so it's a smaller case size, but the baguettes just really give it.
They really do. They give it a lot of size.
Yeah, and I mean the sparkle is just.
I mean, obviously this compared to like the Rolex Meteorite, the Meteorite's gonna be a little more rare, right?
But honestly, for the price point, I think this says more about the individual. This one. I like that other piece, but it just still says Rolex for that price.
Yeah, $1.2 million is.
I know. Well, I can get it for a little less.
Can you get for less?
Well, all those diamonds in that.
Well, he didn't. This is
Yeah.
a special company called Patek. And they did. Look, it's this company right here in Switzerland. They make the best watches in the world. I like it. It's Patek. It's a bad boy.
No, that's what it, and it just says a lot about the guy. Like that's a piece that like.
You get offered this, you
Yeah.
get something.
Retail is I think it's a little over 5.
Okay.
A little over 5.
What's he want?
6.
It's not bad.
No. And no. The reason I called you about it, so look, I'm trying to build a relationship, but I'm also wanting to offer stuff where there's value for you. Because for me, I want you to keep coming back. I know you can go to 100 different other guys. If I can keep the business in Texas, that's what I want to do.
Well, buddy, you're 2 hours from me. This is where I want to do business.
So
I mean, that's good. That's right for the money.
it's right for the money because the prices online, the next cheapest one is $650.
Yeah, I can see that.
So for 6, I think that's a banger.
Kind of looks good flat.
It looks clean.
Clean like that.
Because that's a watch you're gonna wear with like a suit or a jacket or something. It's just gonna. It looks so good.
The quality of diamonds is
It
ridiculous.
sparkles. It's insane.
Look at this.
And if you like, we can step outside so you can see it out in the sunlight. Yeah, that's next level. There's no second guessing it. That's factory.
Right,
It's just way too much fire in the stone.
right.
I think it's good for the money. I don't think you're gonna get hurt on it.
I don't think you are either.
I'm gonna go to retail, and these always.
Well, if you send it to me again to sell for you, we'll get your money back, if not more. And if not, you even make money on it.
That's what I love about it, because you're not gonna get hurt on it.
Yeah.
It's a collector's piece.
Yeah, these are application pieces only, by the way. So it's not something you just get offered. Like you do get it offered, like, hey, we have something that that will allow you to apply for. You get the application. Then if you get it approved, then you get to buy it.
All right, let's for the moment of truth here. Hayden, I want you to check this out. Okay,
Ready?
This is the new bad boy.
You want to open this?
You want to open it? Yeah. Oh, it looks like Cowboys. I know. All right, you want to open this?
All right, I'll let you open it.
Special watch.
Just careful. There's a lot of money in there.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, now set it on the deal. We'll open it up. Whoa.
It's a color.
Check this out.
It's like gray.
It does. It looks like a Stormtrooper, doesn't it? Just recently refurbed, I guess. Or?
Yeah, so it's brand new condition. I mean, I inspected it. It looks every bit.
Boy, check that out. Oh, I love that.
And what are we doing today?
Today, we have something really special. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to talk about it, but I'm gonna talk about it. Look at this thing. Look at that. So today we are filming a short video for this Richard Mille Johan Blake I think 6101 Richard Mille RM 6101. This is crazy. For those who want to know how much this costs, look it up. I don't want to say in the video, but look it up. It's a good medium six-figure watch. But you know, today we try not to complicate things, just try to do some clean stuff. We got some inspo here from Richard Mille video itself, so we try to replicate those I guess movements and lighting a little bit. So right now try to set up everything, and we'll see how it's gonna work.
Hey Sam,
What up?
you want to explain why the camera's set vertically?
Yes. So we try to, technically what we want is the watch to roll like this, right? To tilt like this, but we don't have any contraption to make it to work. I think if, I guess if we spend more time figuring it out, probably be able to do something with it. But also, this is expensive watches. I'm trying not to do too much to it. And it's a brand new watch, by the way, so I'm trying to be so meticulous with it, try to make sure that we're not doing too much.
What you doing, Sam? Why are you cutting this in for?
Even even the grids on this thing is like make the light super like small on the spill, but again we want some tiny strip of light, so cutting this line from the cinefoil, and I was hoping to put it in front of it, so now the light source is a lot smaller, and hopefully it's going to help with the shot that we're looking to do. Oh, you can see it's on here too. Look at this.
Oh.
Ooh, anamorphic. Look at that. Whoa, okay. Dude, look at that.
Walk us through the next shot, Sam.
So the next shot, we basically just try to get a different detail shot of the watch. Basically like a light painting. So you're painting the lights on the watch, so you kind of get a little bit of glimpse of the, more like a silhouette. That's what we're gonna try to do for the next couple of scenes, and then we have a couple big scenes that we have to shoot, and we should call it a day.
Alright, what you got there, Sam? What are we looking at here?
This is one trusty piece of art. I mean, at this point, I feel like everyone owned one of these. This is broke lens. But you know, they had a new one came out, I would say about a couple months ago. Kind of want to get my hands on one. But you know, this one worked just fine, but I kind of want to test out a new one. Hopefully they send me one. Finger crossed. We are doing the martini shot of the night. It's about 3-4 hours, that's kind of like expected, but this is the last shot of the night. We are tape this thing onto these little boards safely. You know, this is gap tape, so it should be fine. And what the shot we're gonna do is we're gonna have this on a slider, kind of sliding. We had a camera with probe lens on top, so we can see the watch kind of sliding, passing through the lens. It's a great shot. I did this like multiple times, and it's one of my favorite shots to do, to be honest. Alright guys, we finished with the shoot. Everything went really well. It's about, I would say, 4 hours, which is not that much of a time, but I'm glad that we got everything done. And now it's time to edit and gonna give this watch back to the owner because this thing is expensive and I don't want to have it in my possession for too long.
It's lighter than the 1103.
Oh yeah, it's like a Bubba, but
It's like a Bubba.
it's like a Bubba, but
because it's like they made it for tennis, right?
Yep.
Versus golf.
no, a runner.
Oh, it's a runner, Johan. That's
Yeah, Johan. So it's like a Bubba, but all MTPT, and it's 45 degrees. So it's like
I think it's way better than your standard Bubba.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, the creme de la creme is the new Bubba.
oh yeah, for sure.
But they're really close in size. You can see it's actually thinner.
It is thinner than the 11, but it's bigger than the 11. In my like if you look at the actual Sapphire, the Sapphire is bigger.
Oh, that face is gorgeous.
I love that
I love it
watch.
because it's so unique and it's stuff. I don't have anything in collection like that. Here we go, Dane. This is the new one, and then this is possibly Christmas for me, unless you get it first. All diamond 23 from the factory, and then a little simple 1103 but classy. All right, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate
Good to
you.
meet your
Yeah,
dad, too.
absolutely.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
You too, buddy.
sir.
Appreciate y'all.
That was Merry Christmas.
I'm gonna have to go get a night job. I can keep on coming in here every week.
This is exactly why I bought this watch.
Interesting, yeah. How much do you want for it?
My business partner, he's
I don't know. I never sell my watch.
You got to have a number. Everyone has a
You
number.
want to hear a number? Because I did do some research online, and it's just around like 12, 13.
Yeah.
But I know you guys, you know, need to make profit.
But it's also naked though too.
Yeah, it's naked, yeah. They're
Yeah.
naked online is like 12, 11,
Yeah.
yeah. So maybe 9, 10 around there.
I mean, I'm much lower than that.
Much lower than that.
Yeah.
Okay. It's okay. I'm not in a rush to
Yeah.
sell it or something. But
I mean, it's
what do you say?
a cool watch. So I just bought one 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
I paid $7,000 for it.
Really?
Yep.
Where did you get it?
It was also naked.
It's naked?
Yep, from another client.
And the 7,000?
Because so, here's the problem.
Yeah.
You can find these watches online, and people can post them for whatever they want. But the true numbers are what they're selling for wholesale, and you add a margin to that. That's what the true number is. And so, when I go to source this watch, I can easily pay $875 for it. So I just got to pay a little bit under just in case I need to offload it. That's the problem. So just because they show a crazy number online doesn't actually mean like I have another watch right here. This watch online, they're everywhere for 30,000. I have it on my website for like 15.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why do you do that?
Because that's
30,000 is crazy.
because 30,000 is just an astronomical number that no one's going to pay. And that's pretty much the retail of that watch. Never give things justice. The true numbers are what I can get them for, then I just add a little bit.
Okay.
That's the true number.
I bought my stuff online, so I've been pulling out.
Yeah, online it's so tough to shop because everyone just matches their prices with
That's right.
with other competitors. We stay up with the market every single day. I have to study it every single night when I go home, when I wake up.
You know what? Honestly, I have a friend who's like doing pre-owned luxury stuff in China. But since you know, like the RMB and the USD, like the exchange rate are so high.
Yeah.
So it's now buying stuff in China is like a lot less than buying stuff here. So that's what I'm thinking.
That watch is actually coming from Hong Kong, the one that I just told you about, the 5327. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got your sources from Hong Kong too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a lot of dealers that we work with out there. All over the world, really. I mean, all over the nation, almost every state here. We go to Hong Kong, Australia, Singapore, Thailand, everywhere.
Wait, so what's the price you said about it? 42 or 40? What?
No, 60.
Oh yes, right. 60?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me take a note, man. I need to before I forget.
It is a high retail watch,
Yeah.
but when a dealer goes to buy it, let's say 5 years from now you go to sell it.
Yeah.
When a dealer goes to buy it, they're going to pay according to how long it's going to sit.
Yeah, right.
And that's one that would probably sit longer than the 5712.
That's right. Yeah.
So even though you're getting a lot of value in the front end, on the back end, if you do sell it, that's when it can hurt a little bit.
But if I don't want to sell it, it's $120,000
Exactly.
watch. Yeah,
Exactly.
That's
So-
what I'm thinking, man.
So you have to know that that's the watch you want and you're going to keep it forever. Pass it down maybe one day or something, you know.
Of course, yeah.
But
I mean, just you limit that where.
But if you think that you're going to get tired of it one day and you're going to want to sell it, get the 5712 because it'll be more liquid. You say you don't care about the ear, right?
No. I
So
know,
2010 is about 80 to 81 for
That's
2010.
still a price for a full set, right?
That's a full set,
That's
yes.
full set, yeah. But I can't go up to 80s. I think 70 something is probably I can do. All right, man. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
All right, I'll let you know. Actually, I you already know. I'm just looking for those two watches.
Yeah.
So 5712 and then the 53
27
27
R.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
keep an eye if you see something that you think I may be interested, like a naked 5712. Or,
Yeah, for the 5327.
So maybe you can find like something, maybe the 50 range. Like
On the 5327?
Yeah.
Okay.
So let me know.
Okay, I will.
Thank you.
All right, Mason, have a good one.
Nobody wants the new card. This is the card they want. I know. Nobody wants the 116, and nobody wants the new card. They want this one. So, you know that.
The new card, a lot of people like the fact that it's a newer card because it's just...
Yeah, but this is because they changed, I forget what it was, and people were like flipping out over that on the deep sweets. So, yeah, well, listen.
So on the 1.3, they took out the diver extension.
Yeah.
That's the thing that
Correct.
I know. But that's the 1.3 reference.
Yeah.
Good to see you, one.
Okay, so you're talking about late 2020, early 2021. Okay, gotcha. Okay.
So this one just
I
has
thought
the
you were
new
talking about
card,
the
but it's
1.3
not the new
reference.
reference.
Okay. all right.
Yeah, no. Yeah, so like a brand new card, 1.2 is listing sitting there for 13.5. And so for us, so the new card makes about $1,000 difference. And so that puts us at 12.5. So then at 12, I mean, that doesn't really leave us with a lot of
room to make money.
Yeah.
What year is this guy?
It's an open date. So that means that the dealer never put a date on it.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
So you give how much is this guy?
5.
So then you do a check for how much?
It would be, what, $6,500? And we're gonna write him a check. All right, guys, I've got 2 watches in front of me that are so bright, I had to put these sunglasses on. All right, I'm not doing that. But actually, let's start with this one. So first off, we got this incredible AP. This is a 39 millimeter factory set chronograph, and this thing is just incredibly beautiful. Honestly, I think that this watch is the perfect size for pretty much everybody. I think unless you're my size or you're a big 6'6" basketball player or football player or something like that, then maybe this won't work, even though it might not look out of place. But anybody else who's a normal human being, I think this is gonna fit you really well. I think if you have anywhere from like even a 6.5 to even a 7 3/4, this is gonna fit you and suit you really nicely. It's a beautiful piece, and honestly, with the diamonds that are set on it, them being factory, and with how much sparkle they give off, this is a watch that is just gonna look way larger than what it actually is. I know that we had this piece in stainless steel. It went to a good friend of mine, Ricardo. He bought it with the blue dial, and he's a gentleman who has a 6.5 inch wrist. Watch is perfect for him. But this one, when you put it next to it, just looks larger for some reason. And I think the diamonds just really draw your attention and make it to where it just, I don't know, something about it just makes it look much bigger. So 39 millimeter, again, that's not that much smaller than a 40. With it being a chronograph and with it being in white gold and having a case dimension that thick, it's not a small watch. This is gonna wear really, honestly, even bigger than a Daytona in my opinion. So very cool watch. We're asking $200,000 on this watch. Again, it's a factory set watch from 2010. A lot of watch for the money. This is the cheapest one I know on the market by a long shot. The next one that I've seen out there is $238,000. They don't even have the original box that this would have came in, and that box alone, if I were to have to source that watch, is anywhere between $6,000 to $10,000. So if you're in the market for something special, something that's factory set, we don't really mess with any aftermarket diamonds here at WOLVYN. We only like to have watches that are factory for a plethora of different reasons. We just don't like how weird things can get with the aftermarket stuff. Prices can be all over the place. We've seen watches that other dealers have charged unsuspecting buyers $80,000 for that are only worth $20,000, and I just think that's just evil. That's just wrong to do. So for that reason, we just kind of stay in our own lane and we only do the factory stuff. It's just a lot easier to put our approval behind it and knowing that it came from the factory that way and that it's not been messed with or molested in any way. So anyways, this is a beautiful watch. But if you want something extra special and you know, you're tired of things like this in the collection, you've already got a Johann Blake, you've got everything, you know, you've got 5 or 6 RMs, and you've got the Submariner, you've got the Royal Oaks, you've got everything, and you're just looking for something super flashy. You want something to really take out to dinner on a Friday night, or you don't want to just show off and be flashy, but still remain a gentleman. You've got the beautiful 5719 in factory set baguettes on the center links and around the bezel with pave set outer links, case. You name it, it's got diamonds on it. This watch is stunning. I know there's literally no way that the camera is gonna capture the brilliance that this watch is. It is beautiful, it's amazing. Let's see if we can get some of that sparkle on the camera. I mean, this thing is stunning. Everything is set exquisitely. I mean, there's not a flaw. There's not a off line. There's not a crooked line anywhere. There's not a diamond that's a little higher than the other ones. If you run your fingers on it, everything is smooth and it's just next level. But just look at that bracelet. And guys, just think about it. Just to see a watch. So like, it's not only about setting diamonds perfectly, but it's also the fact that they're able to find as many of these flawless diamonds. I mean, when you look at them side by side, the fluorescence, the brilliance, everything about it is perfect. This is a watch, again, that's gonna be somewhere in the $600,000 to $800,000 range. This is a brand new example that we got here that we are working with 2 clients of ours to facilitate the sale. We got a client who brought it to us and we have a client who's really interested. And so this client is gonna be picking up this watch here in the next day or 2, but I think this is gonna be an incredible watch. You know, this is an individual that has a bunch of different RMs, you know, you name it, he's had it. And so he's having a little fun at this point in his collection, and this is one of those watches where you just get to have fun. I mean, there's just no other way to put it. This might not be the watch for you, this might be too gaudy for you, but this guy has the rare life where this is not too gaudy for him. He's able to wear this comfortably, and more power to him for being able to do that. Honestly, this is an insane piece. I'd wear it. Would you wear this? Would you be found wearing this watch? Comment down below. I would. What's your vote?
Thank you guys so much for watching this week's episode. As a reminder, we have our grand opening event November 11th. We're gonna be having cars, we're gonna be having food. Obviously, we're gonna be having all kinds of different watches for you to see. Go ahead and mark your calendars for that event. Also, if you like the video, go ahead and leave a comment down below or like this video, and we'll see you guys soon.